Hey there, guys. This is Maria Wolf, the one and only comic book artist. And I'm just here watching the nonsense and craziness of the FOMO squad.
What, we some kind of...
FOMO squad. FOMO squad.
Assemble.
Love it.
Hello. Welcome to the Tuesday night hangout with the FOMO squad. I am Nate. This is Hollyyak Comics. I am joined by Eric of SideQuest Comics and Dope of Dope Comics. And tonight we have a really special, awesome special guest, Martin Morazzo, joining us all the way from Argentina.
Exactly. Hi, how are you doing?
So, Martin, thank you so much for being here. He is the artist of Ice Cream Man, as well as the new miniseries, Superman, the Kryptonite Spectrum. Both of those books written by, hey, I can play too. Boom. So both of those books are written by W. Maxwell Prince and drawn by you. The two of you seem to have a really good working relationship. Just good stuff, man. So thank you so much for coming to talk with us tonight.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Yeah. So people in the chat, any of you who have a question, drop it after we say hi. Don't drop it now because I'll lose it. But I do. There's already, you guys are chatting like crazy off to the side.
They
and
started
Martin,
30 minutes ago.
I know. I don't know if you see the chat off to the side. If there's a comment button, if you're looking on a laptop, you can see like the chat coming up too. If you click that comments. But I'm just going to say hey to K-Munin first again.
I know.
Look at him go. There's Robert Belizard joining us from Canada, and my brother-in-law, Frank Lloyd Wrong, third. He's dedicated. Saw him this weekend. Eric snuck in. Second floor. Thanks for being here, buddy. Rich from Big Nasty. I got to talk to you. You know, maybe next week, because I heard Rich say he's never been on a FOMO squad stream. And I was like, well, that ain't right. So Rich, send me a message if you want to come on with us next Tuesday, because we would love to hang out with you, buddy. Robbie Josephs, I will check my email. I saw you sent something. I hadn't had a chance to read it today. Thank you for sending that. There is Derek from Canada. What is up, Uncanny Derek? And Matt from Impressed. Derek says, I'm only here because of FOMO. Yeah, that's why we're all here. White Claw and ice cream. I do want to talk about that. Which flavors might make a good ice cream? That was Martin's idea. He's like, I'd try it.
I'd try it. Yeah, definitely.
Matt from Matt Likes Comics. He had a stream just a little bit ago. Thank you for being here, Matt. Scrolling. There's Michael. Just Michael. Hey, buddy. Eric, my friend Himbo, hello. Hope you're doing well. There's this mofo ready to FOMO. All right, Adam, it's a family show. I think, there's Mark's Issues with Archie Comics. Hey, Mark, thanks for being here. And Chris Parker, I think I missed you if you said something earlier.
I got a box in the mail
buddy?
from Mr. Parker today.
You got something in the mail from Chris?
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. If I miss you, I'm sorry. I'm scrolling fast, but See, there's Derek Hammondtree. Hey, buddy, friend from Heroes Con.
Brian, LCS.
And Seth, that's a new name to me. So welcome to the stream, friend. Thanks for being here. See, there's Coach, Doug, Brian LCS, the local comic stud.
Go check out his Kickstarter if you guys haven't.
Oh, I want to talk about that too. Yeah, we've got a Kickstarter. Eric did art for it. That's really exciting. Sales Boy Comics. Hey, good to see you again. And then Ivy and Rick, another new name for me, but they have an Ice Cream Man little logo there. It's Poison Ivy and Rick the Ice Cream Man.
Yes,
that's pretty cool. I think they're here because of you, Martin.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, anything with the Ice Cream Man is great.
So yeah, my friend Eric up here, he's like, hey, Eric, 9-panel grid. He says, why not a White Claw float? So, okay, if you had vanilla ice cream, what flavor could you pour on top?
You'd have to go the black cherry.
Oh, see, you're the connoisseur. You're the one that can do all the pairings. You're right. 100%.
Yeah,
that would be
a mango would work though too, and then you get the little tangerine orange slices and put it on there.
Yeah. Once drank a Bacardi 151 butter pecan milkshake in college. That sounds like throw up ready to happen. Bad news. And yeah, they're here. They are here for Martin. So let's talk to Martin. Martin, I mean, my first question is, how did you get started in American comics being in Argentina?
Oh, well, I wanted to be a comic book artist since I was very, very little, like 4 years old or so. And always dreamed about it, like being able to draw superhero comics. So I spent my teenage years drawing like X-Men, and I remember when I was very little, I used to try to emulate John Byrne style. It was the 80s, so he was like God. And then I remember Mark Silvestri, Jim Lee appeared. I always been a fan of X-Men. So I remember being blown away in the 90s, in the beginning of the 90s with Silvestri and Lee. And so I always wanted to draw in American comics. So at one point I was like getting older, and I was like, okay, I'm going to go and study some comic book to learn how comic books are made. So I went to a local school, and then I started studying graphic design. I was getting older. I was like 18 or 19 or so, and at one point I said, okay, let's try this, because I always dreamt about being a comic book artist, but I hadn't tried that like seriously. I remember sending like an empty envelope with a SASE return or something like that was called. I cannot remember.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Self-addressed stamped envelope. Yeah.
Exactly. So they sent me like a test script. I did some pages. I returned them. They sent me another script. It was really difficult stuff for me at that moment. It was like Vision fighting some terrorists inside an airplane. It was like, I hate drawing inside of airplanes because it's so many objects, so many, it's hard. So at that point, I did the pages, and they said like, you have raw talent, but you have to study more, study anatomy and study storytelling. So good luck in your future endeavors. And so I went back to the comic book school to try to learn more about storytelling, and I had a teacher who was really great in terms of he wanted me to show more emotion in the on the drawings, like a panic or people like laughing or showing more emotions of the characters I was drawing. And then I said, okay, I'm gonna go to San Diego Comic Con to show my work, because I wasn't making any local contacts to publish anything. I wanted to draw for the US, like here in Argentina, the industry is not that big, or it's really small. So it's somehow it's hard to publish and make a living of it. So I traveled to San Diego in 2003 with a portfolio, and it was crazy. I was there showing my work and all, and really didn't get anything firm to get work or anything. I did show my portfolio to Bart Sears. I remember. Do you know him, Bart Sears?
I love Bart Sears.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was great, and he was at CrossGen by the time. So he gave me a script to do some samples, but it took me forever. And when I replied to him, he was like, "CrossGen was gone." So I wasn't having much luck.
CrossGen lasted like a week.
Yes. And I took like 4 months to do the pages, because I was like scrapping them and started them all over because I felt like, oh, this is not good. And but I remember in that trip, I met with somebody who saw me with a large binder and said, "Look, we're like launching a site that you can enroll in, and if you put there you're an artist, you can show your work, and there will be like writers, inkers, colorists, all of them like a shop. I don't know how you call it, people looking for shops, like
Yeah.
a site."
Just like a community gathering.
Yeah, something like that. So
Okay.
I remember I signed up, and nothing happened for 6 months or so, and then somebody contacted me, and I guess they showed the site somewhere because I had like many contacts the same week. I started working with a Canadian writer, and then like we did some projects together, and then we won a contest, which was a DC contest. DC had this site for webcomics called Suda Comics, and they did like a monthly contest, and if you won, they, like signed a contract with you, and you started working on some pages, and you had like 60 screens to make a story, and we won like in 2009, and it was my first professional contract. And then when DC started publishing paper comics digitally, they shut it down, so I couldn't finish my story, And I remember the resignation letter of the contract was signed by Shim Lee, so it was like something really weird for me.
Yeah, I bet.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, but but that allowed me to start working with Shaw Harris, and he approached me to do Great Pacific for Image, and I was like, okay, how many pages we have to do? No, we already have arranged to publish it, so it's okay, we can do it. And I was like crazy, it's total happiness. So
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
No more pressure.
I go too long with the answers. I'm sorry, but
No,
it's great.
That's
okay.
You got to understand, man. We're comic book junkies.
Okay.
And so the idea that creators are willing to come and talk with us is just so cool.
Okay.
And I mean, on top of that, your art is so freaking fantastic. Like I'm blown away. So I reached out to you on Instagram, and you have been super cool all week. I've done everything I can not to message you too much because I want to.
You don't
Let's see. I haven't freaked him out. Eric, do you have
I got one
follow-up to that?
Martin, you kind of sound like you were about the same time period. You had a lot of same influences. So you mentioned John Byrne and Jim Lee and the X-Men. Now, was there a particular book or character that hooked you into comics? I mean, you said you were fairly young when you got that interest of this is what I want to do, but was there a character that really spoke to you that sucked you into comic books?
No, not particular. I don't think so. I remember when I was really young, my father used to be like a comic book collector
Hmm.
here in Buenos Aires, and so he had these books with Western stories,
Okay.
like Red Rider or
Yeah. Red
Lonely
Rider and
Wings.
Little Beaver.
Yes. So I remember looking those books a lot. Also, the how you call it, the Phantom. The Phantom
Yeah, the
is
Phantom.
Oh, the Phantom. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
also the Phantom, and then with superheroes, mainly X-Men. I remember Colossus, Wolverine. Like
Oh yeah.
I got that part, not the original ones. I got the new ones, let's say.
Yeah. Yeah. The John Byrne ones, basically, right?
Yes, yes, yes. And one of my trips to a Comic Con, I bought like Essential X-Men with all of the Byrne stories, and I was
Oh
like
yeah.
blown away. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This is a good question from the chat. Have you drawn yourself into any comics?
Yes, of course. You can. You can. I think I drawn W. Maxwell more than me, but yes, you can. You can find me many Ice Cream Man books, like an extra in the background. But I'm on the cover of Ice Cream Man 10 because I have to emulate Las Meninas. I don't know how you call it in English. The Velázquez painting, which is the dancers, the little
Uh-huh.
girl dancers. So in that painting, Velázquez is painting. So I had to like put myself there. So I'm there in the Ice Cream Man 10 cover, and then on Ice Cream Man 25, the wraparound cover, there is the three of us. Well, the fourth of us.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
And which issue is that with the wraparound?
25. In
25.
25, you have like all the characters that appear in Ice Cream Man and all of the different looks of the Ice Cream Man himself. But if you see on the back cover, there is like W. Maxwell, me, Good Old Neon, and Chris O'Halloran. There's the four of us.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to look for those. Dope. Do you have a question?
Well, I started reading Ice Cream Man in 2018. I remember buying the first one off the shelf and loving it. And it's hard to separate the two of you. Every time my comic book, my shop, when we talk about you, we're also talking about W. Maxwell because it's like y'all two are the dynamic duo. Y'all work so well together. How did you meet him, and how did you come to work with him?
Oh, it was really crazy because he contacted me out of thin air. Like he saw Great Pacific and he was looking for someone to do a book related to art, to fine arts. And later I found out he wrote two artists, and I was the one replying first. So that's that's a bit, that's a bit of a low, but it's okay.
Yeah.
I can live with it. But he said, like, look, this book is about fine arts, and you have to draw. And sometimes at one point, maybe you have to do like draw like Seurat or like Picasso, or you want to have to emulate them. And I said, like, whoa, sounds really fun. Because I always love fine arts and really interested in modern art, particularly. So I said, yeah, come with me. And we started working so well together, and we loved that book so much. And it was weird because sales weren't great. And when it was the Electric Sublime, it was originally called Art Brut. Then we had to change the name because other publisher published a book with a name with art something else on the title. So we decided to change it. And then we published it, but it didn't do well. So once four issues were where the story was gonna end, we said, okay, let's do something else.
And that first book was called The Electric Sublime?
The Electric Sublime, yeah. It was...
Okay.
We re-released it like a couple of years ago, called Art Brut on Image. It's the same book, but
Oh,
that's
okay.
the title. We got our rights back from IDW and then decided to republish it on Image Comics, and it didn't do great again. So we said, okay, let's close this door. It's okay because yeah, at one point, if it did really well, we may have decided to take some time from Ice Cream Man and publish Art Brut and like switch between the two projects a little because we love that book so much. And yeah, but we loved it, but people
Okay.
didn't.
So
It's okay.
everybody in the chat, let's go
Yeah.
check out Art Brute
I think I have one in
it
a
sounds
pile
really interesting.
over
Yeah,
there.
you can find it like Art Brut easier right now because IW that didn't have any copies left or anything. So
I
Art
can't
Brut.
imagine anybody else doing the interiors though, because I mean now that is Ice Cream Man. You know,
Yeah.
Or the covers.
your art is yeah. I mean,
Like, and that's something else, is that a lot of times the interior artist doesn't necessarily do the covers, but you consistently do the covers for Ice Cream Man. And,
Yes, of course. Yeah.
yeah, dope. Like you said, it's just like the two of them
yeah.
together make it.
And
Yes. Well, W. Maxwell always talks about me having like he calls it Morazzo vision because when he writes a script, he always think about how I will draw it, and I always draw it like he thinks about it most of the time.
No.
So it's like I said, "Is this something? Is this okay?" And he said, "Exactly what I thought about it." Okay, that's great. So we like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
You guys are on a wavelength.
and I remember like art teachers telling me that, you know, like a great artist, you can identify their work just looking at it. And your work, I can tell your work from other people. I'm sure that's hard to do, but somehow you've created a style that, you know, millions of artists that I can tell your work from other artists, you know?
that's awesome. Thanks.
Yeah.
Another question from the chat here. Now that you are in the industry, do people show you their portfolios? And if so, do you have imposter syndrome about judging it?
No. I'm always. I never understood that thing about you know you gotta tell newcomers bad things because they can take your job or something like that. You know, it's so sad for me. It's like no, I give advice and I say what I think without being too harsh. If I really don't like what I'm seeing, I try to be always polite and educated, you know, and but yeah, I it's usually when I'm at conventions, and I only attend New York Comic Con every year. But when I'm there, many people, you know, some artists are really shy and they're like staring at my original art for a while, and I see they have like a large binder, and I said, "Do you draw? Or do you?" They show me what they do, and I like, yeah, but I'm okay with that. I enjoy it. I give the advice I can, you know. I don't know, like you know, if you want to be like an interior artist, do pages all the time. Try to hook up with a writer and work with a writer, no matter the experience the writer has, and try to do books and try to show them around. I don't know.
Okay.
It's a good one. Thank you, Martin. I like that you're like a nice guy about it. Like you're willing to do it and you're going to be honest, but you're not going to be like, you're not going to lie to them. You're not going to lie to their face.
Don't quit your day job.
No, I didn't quit my day job for many years, so I cannot say anything. You know, it's okay. But yeah. What I don't like is like I remember from that first time I went to San Diego, I was like I made friends with a guy from South Africa, and he was showing his portfolio around, and it was awesome because I remember the first day I went, I was like, they did like numbers, they have like spaces for you to fill to do a portfolio review, and I was like, the first day they were all taken because I went like 10 a.m. the time the convention opened, and they were like all taken, and I was like, I came all the way from Argentina to do this. I'm gonna be 5 a.m. tomorrow here, and I was like, I made friends with this guy, and we were like going together like 5 a.m. at the line, and we were like in 10th place, and we had like 3 guys with binders before us. You know, it was like crazy. So I remember this guy, one editor from Dark Horse. I can't remember the name. He said like, you have to think about doing something else because this doesn't work. And I was like, oh, come on,
Damn.
come on, be a nice guy, like,
You have to do something else. That's not constructive criticism. That's a shot in the
yes.
heart.
Yeah.
But I'll never be that guy, It's like I always be polite. If I think what you're doing is not good, I will tell you. Of course, I won't lie, but I won't do that guy always.
I'm glad you didn't listen to that guy because
Yeah.
you don't need. This is
No,
what you
he,
need
said-
to
he
be
said
doing.
that to my friend, but yeah,
Well, also, but
not to me. But yeah,
not only do you have to be great at art, but you also have to be fast to get your stuff out. I know a lot of artists that in Marvel that do like every other arc because they can't get their published work out in time.
yeah.
So, and that's what I like about Ice Cream Man. It's got the same feel all the way through it. It's not jumping around between artists and taking you out of this world into this next world. So
Yes.
As a
Yes.
creator-owned book, the consistency like just helps create that world that his storytelling is doing, and that your art is also doing like parallel to it. I have not read all of it. Matter of fact, Dope, he was here from day one, and he's been telling me about it for years. It's always been on my back burner. I
That's
read
awesome.
Superman, and because of that Superman, how much I loved it, loved the story, loved the art, I immediately went out and I've got 2 trades of Ice Cream Man, which I devoured each in one night. And I get it. I know I was sleeping on a good book, but it's great. It is a great freaking book.
and
So I just love it.
what I usually like to tell people is, if you're having a short week on finding things to read, Ice Cream Man's great because you can pick up any copy off the shelf and start from there. You don't have, they're all individual stories pretty much. So
Yes.
it's great. You don't have to start at number 1. So
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
there are those little, bits of the lore that are in there, but you don't need it to still enjoy the actual story.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Here from our friend Robbie Josephs, a great member of our chat. Who are your 3 main influences? And congratulations on your success, because Robbie is always kind.
Oh, thank you very much, Robbie. My 3 main influences. I think I should say Jim Lee is the first one, but I don't think you can see his work in my art. I'm not sure you can see it in my art.
I don't think that matters.
Profiles of characters.
Inspiration.
But after I was like thrilled with Uncanny X-Men and X-Men in the beginning of the 90s. I like found out about like Otomo, or I went like for more European comics. So I think you can see Mobius in my work.
Yes, I can.
Also quietly,
That's on my card.
But maybe quietly and Mobius and quietly started like.
Okay. Yeah.
There's a point in the early quietly that it's hard to tell if it's not Mobius. I'm not sure you've seen the early quietly work, but so yeah, probably it's today I should say like quietly Mobius and Katsuhiro Otomo, probably, but I'm not sure.
Those are excellent. I really do see a lot of Mobius influence on your art,
Yes,
for sure, and
I think it's the most
in the best way.
obvious one. Yeah.
And I don't feel like you're like copying it at all. It's just in that same.
It's that
kind
organic
of
feel. It has that real organic feel.
Yes.
Is what it is.
Yeah, and
Maybe
Quietly's in that same school.
Yeah.
Maybe the clean line too. Like I don't do too much. Sure.
So let me ask you this: with Frank Quitely, Frank Quitely and Grant Morrison did All-Star Superman.
Yes.
And that was like the biggest parallel I kind of drew with this. It kind of still, it has that same feel of like its own weird universe. Like it's Superman, but it's not necessarily DC universe Superman. It's its own thing. And I'm in love with that idea. And I'm in love with your style on your Superman and Batman. Like how did you decide how you were going to draw them as characters? Because your Superman is, he's not overly muscular, he's bigger. And then Batman is almost kind of tiny compared to him. He's almost like the little smart guy.
Well, I like what I love about Batman is he's a regular guy, right?
Yeah.
He's trained and all, but he's like, I always felt like Superman is, in a way, he's like a god. He's really powerful, and so I wanted to do him like on the, I don't know, like on the limits of being human, like really thick guy and a larger guy than Batman. And Batman was like, I didn't want them to be like the same size, or I wanted to show that Batman is just a guy with a suit.
I like that. I like the
I know. Please, nobody get angry at me, but it's the way I felt. I always felt Batman, like he's a regular guy, he's trained and all, and he has like all these gadgets and things, and he's really clever and all. But I wanted to show that difference between Superman and Batman.
I really, there's a panel in particular where they're walking through the fortress side by side, and you can really see that size difference. But at the same time too, like you can, like, there's just the body language. You can tell they're like, two friends walking down the hallway talking. But yeah,
Yes.
a lot of artists will draw, kind of the same superhero body, and they'll just put a Batman mask on one and the Superman suit on another. And I love that you have this very, the variety of looks.
Yes, but
Eric said organic earlier. It's just, it's very real. It doesn't feel cookie cutter.
yes, but if you see, I'm not sure in issue 1 you can see him, but if you see Batman with some other like hero around or by his side, you see Batman is a regular size superhero. It's okay. The one that's really larger is Superman.
That's it. I love this one. I'm gonna real quick.
Yes, in fact, my idea was Batman should be always like with a cape over the front of his body too.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of
but sometimes he has to do stuff and he has to put his arms out, so it's really hard. So
yeah, it's cool. It's very cool. Has Ice Cream Man been optioned for a movie or TV series? Do you know?
yes, a couple of times already. It was optioned by Universal Cable Productions, I think, like in 2019 or 2020. I cannot remember. And they couldn't place it anywhere, and they placed it in Quibi, which lasted like for a day.
Oh yeah, what was that? Quibi or something?
Quibi, Quibi.
Yeah.
I think it was Quibi. Yeah. And nothing happened there. And then a couple of years later, now it's optioned by Sony Columbia Pictures.
Cool.
So, yeah, the guys that did produced the Beetlejuice, the new Beetlejuice movie,
Yeah.
like the producers of Ice Cream Man as a project. Let's say. So
that's is it Miles Miller and Michael Go or something like that? They've done a ton of, like they did Smallville and all kinds of stuff.
And they did like Merlina, I think the Wednesday TV show.
Yep, they're doing Wednesday too.
It's called Merlina in Buenos Aires in Argentina.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. Hey,
but
those guys make shows, so that's somebody you want to have your option.
Yes, the idea is to work on a movie, but I think there is a writer like attached to it, but I'm not sure. I don't have any more info right now about it.
It'd be a great Netflix style show because I grew up on like the Twilight Zone and Tales from the Dark Side, and it's got that kind of anthology.
Absolutely, yeah, but they said they wanted to make a movie, so I'm not sure. Yeah. Maybe it's like a movie with episodes, like Twilight Zone or the Creep Show movie or something.
The old Creep Show where it was like 3 stories in one.
Yeah.
Probably
or
something like that.
the old Tales from the Crypt. They do one story a week, like
Exactly,
a little
yeah.
half hour.
Yeah.
I would love. I mean, some of these Ice Cream Man stories are just so twisted by the time you get to the end. And you get to draw some wild stuff, man.
Oof.
It's really interesting to me. One of the trades I have has and Dope, you talked about this story, the Neapolitan story, the one that's 3 stories told through 3 different colors. And so in the script, Maxwell like kind of broke down some panels specifically how he wanted them to look. But beyond that, it's all left up to you to decide where everything is placed and how it's staged and what the angle is. He doesn't get super specific. He just describes and then leaves it up to you. I mean, when you get one of his scripts, are you immediately figuring out panel breakdowns and like imagining it?
Yes, it happens with me with every script I read. But yeah, he sometimes he does these stick figures. I remember for Strange Neapolitan, he did the whole book with I'm not sure now. Yeah, I think he did. He did the whole book with the palindrome one. Have you read the palindrome?
I don't think so.
Issue 13. It's the 3rd trade.
Yeah.
Oh, then yes, I have.
Yes,
I read all of them.
it's the story that you can read from the beginning to the end.
Back to the beginning.
So
Oh yes, okay.
He did like stick figures for the whole issue. I cannot remember for Strange Napolitan, but yeah, he did some specific instructions with the script on how the panels, we used to like the 9-panel grid and how the story was gonna flow, and then I tried to find some flow between different stories. And the funny thing is, at conventions, people say to me, "This issue is so great," and it's all of it is you, because there are no words. No. He did when I was like with W. Maxwell by my side, and I said he did the heavy lifting, because he has to write everything, writes everything and makes sense somehow. So, but yeah, that issue for me was like a breaking point in the making of Ice Cream Man. It was like, okay, this is gonna be fun. This is something we have done that is really special for me, because I like playing with the comic medium. I like to do whatever crazy thing W. Maxwell brings around. So that was like, this is awesome. I want to do more of this. And then he had like the palindrome issue, and it was like really crazy.
Yeah, and then you got like the crossword puzzle one too.
Yes, yeah, that was
little things like that.
Yes.
So Strange Neapolitan, I think there's 1 or 2 word balloons in the whole thing, and it's just somebody screaming. I don't think there's there's no words, but it's a silent issue that you don't read super fast. You have 3 simultaneous stories going. Like that's the thing I keep saying about Maxwell, is that like he crafts a story so well, like the structure of his story. So he knows he's doing a silent issue, but he's got to make it worth my $4. And he did, because he gave me 4 stories in one, and he gave them to me in a way where, as the reader, I couldn't just flip through it. I had to like keep 3 stories simultaneously in my head and think about how each story was connected too.
Yes.
Yeah, I read just one at a time. Or you did 3 at a time.
Awesome.
I read each color.
Interesting.
And the only thing to be really depressed at the end is one way or another, and
yeah. The end, right?
Yeah.
So Frank Lloyd Wrong wants to know why you put your White Claw in a wine glass.
Because I couldn't find a White Claw here in Buenos Aires. I live in Buenos Aires, Argentina. So I tried buying one in Mercado Libre, which is like the Amazon we got here, and it's really good. They can bring you something like in a couple of hours and all, but I couldn't find White Claw. So I said, okay, I'm going to have some wine. But I made this promise. I'm going to go like in a month to New York, and I'm going to try a White Claw. So
there you go.
And then you got to let us know what you thought. Now,
yes, I'm going to take a picture of myself and the artist.
awesome.
White Claw. Don't worry.
Please tag us in it. We're ready to add you to the fold.
I will.
Couple of questions here that are kind of connected. Now that you've done Superman, are you both planning on doing any other main characters? And is there a Marvel character or team you'd like to draw? So within, like you said, when you started, you wanted to do superhero books. So
Yes,
you're
of
doing a
course, yeah.
superhero book and it's excellent. The people want more. What do you want to do next?
Oh, I don't know. Anything that comes around will be fun, probably. I love to do a Batman book now. I always felt like it was like too much pressure, but I say like, yeah, uh, it could be fun,
Yeah.
but it's ultimately it's up to DC or Marvel. I don't know, because we're not planning anything right now. We're really focused on Superman. I'm working on issue 4, which is gonna be really, really, really crazy. Um, yes.
I'm all
It's like
for it.
yeah, it's many stuff we tried on Ice Cream Man. It's showing there, so it's gonna be awesome. And and I'm not sure on Marvel. I don't know. Like any X-Men would be fun, or not sure. Somebody told me recently we should do like a Spider-Man, and I was like, Spider-Man, we doing Spider? So weird. I don't know.
I would
But
love to see the two of you do. I would read anything superhero just to see Maxwell's take on the character,
Yeah.
in terms of actions and thoughts, and your take on whatever the costume and body is. When you say X-Men, I'm picturing like, there's 8 of them, but they're all going to look different. I bet your beast is fantastic.
yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. I don't know. It's been fun, and the reception has been great. I thought we were gonna get killed somehow, with reviews and people not liking it. And I saw some mean comments somewhere, but not much. Like people really like it, So it's awesome.
You probably
But no
never
matter how
thought.
much people like it, don't those mean comments still freaking hurt everybody who leaves mean comments?
No, I don't care that much these days. But I remember one. I remember some. I did a book for Marvel like almost 9 years ago, or no, 9 years ago. It was some feelings on Nighthawk, and I remember the story happened in Chicago, and then I remember I didn't know what to do with Chicago because I always look for reference and try to. But I went on with what the regular artist was doing, like for the city landscape, let's say. And I remember some reading a comment saying it's great, but it would be better if Chicago looked like Chicago. And, and I felt like, oh, okay, yeah, that's right, because to me, like cities in the US are too far away, to like. But I was thinking like, if somebody did a book happening in Buenos Aires and it was nothing like Buenos Aires, it was gonna be awful, So I have like my revenge. And when I did She Could Fly, it's a book I did with Karen Berger and with Chris Cantwell on script. It was
Christopher
really
Cantwell.
awesome. Yes, great.
Yeah.
Such a talented guy, that
Oh my gosh.
I remember reading the pitch, and it was like, this is so awesome. The pitch and like the Bible with all the characters and explanation and all, and it was so well written. It's really talented guy, and I was like crazy, and I was like doing Google Street View and like copying real places in Chicago, and I was like crazy, and yeah, I don't know. I never been to Chicago, but it definitely looked like Chicago.
Good.
And I've told y'all. I think I told y'all last week that I thought he would be the perfect artist for red shirts with Chris Cantrell.
Yeah.
So yeah.
This is Chris Cantwell is doing this Star Trek book called Red Shirts, and issue 2, it's all about these guys getting killed. Like it's
the red shirts by every issue.
Sounds great. Yeah.
Like just different ways for people to die and explode in space.
If first of all, I bet you in 2018 you never thought y'all would still be making Ice Cream Man 7-8 years later like you are. So congratulations to that. And if I was you, I would never. You've made it. whenever you get a DC Superman book, their cornerstone, and you get to do not only their book, but I love what they put at the top here from the duo of Ice Cream Man. You hardly ever see DC put anything.
We were, I gotta tell you, we were nicely surprised by that. We didn't expect that, and it's really awesome and weird in a way, because it cannot be weird with Ice Cream Man, but yeah, we were surprised, and it's really nice. Yeah,
Image and DC crossover like that. That's I've never seen that before.
I'm tempted to put the Ice Cream Man somewhere, but I'm not sure. I may create a real legal problem,
Issue 5. Hide him in issue 5, and then DC has to pay you every time you guys use him at Image. It's brilliant. I didn't go to law school, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
That's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna check with a lawyer just in case.
Okay, you really should.
I mean, probably your wildest dreams, you never thought of doing Superman, right? I mean, that's as high as you can go, So.
Oh well, if you ask me, like in 2018, you asked me like, do you see drawing Superman? No. Yeah, I didn't think about it. Yeah, but yeah, we had like a project before that finally didn't happen, but we were gonna do another book, and it was like a continuation of All Star Superman. It was like a Leo Quinton story. Do you remember the billionaire that was in All Star Superman? Leo Quinton, the one with the like the rainbow coat.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why the rainbow coat it's in the Kryptonite Spectrum issue 1. Have you seen it in the Fortress?
No, I missed it.
Yeah,
I think I remember that.
Yeah, it's like in the museum part. He has in the Fortress that you have all the objects inside.
Yep, there it is. It's that same panel.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. That's why we place it there, because it's like a reference to that death project we had.
This was just. I'm sorry. I'm just flipping back through this. You have this giant splash opposite, like all the panels that tell the whole story, because it's stuff like this that I just love. Yeah, it's a superhero story, but it's still a smartly written story and an expertly drawn story.
Oh, thank you very much.
You said that you were afraid it was going to get killed. I feel like this had like this slow burn over 2 weeks. It seems like people started coming out and talking about the Kryptonite Spectrum, and then it sold out.
Yes.
They're doing a second printing of number 1. I just saw. So I actually, I grabbed, this is an extra. I grabbed this at my shop because I still saw it on the wall. And I was like, man, if it's going to second printing, I want to grab a second one just to have. So,
and I guess
congratulations on it being a success.
Thank you very much. I gotta tell you, that spread you showed, I got this this feeling. I cannot duplicate digitally panels. It happened sometimes in the earlier issues of Ice Cream Man. So I like lightbox panels that repeat.
Yeah.
And those panels, I drew them all again.
So you redrew all of those little panels as smaller versions of the big ones.
And that's why Chris O'Halloran hates me. Absolutely.
But you are not a digital artist. You draw with pencil, and then you ink your own pencils. And you've posted yourself working on Instagram, and they're always just these quick little things. You should set a camera up and watch. And I mean, I would watch more of that. It's wild to watch.
I recently moved. I'm in a new house. That's why everything's so white behind, and I have to put like shelves with my little figures, action figures, and all. Like to be a real comic book artist. But I can set that up. Yeah, I've always wanted to, but never really had the time. So I have like my phone in one hand and drawing with the other, and it's sometimes it's
Yeah.
like, oh, I did that eye bad, because I was like holding the phone. And sometimes I call one of my daughters and say, okay, record me as I do this drawing or something like that.
And the cool part about we're talking about the Superman Spectrum thing, your first time you drew Batman and Superman, I guess, was on Plastic Man 3 cover, right?
Yes.
And they still are the same size and the same one.
Yes.
Oh, I got it. I got it
Yes.
ready to go. Dope.
I mean, look at that
Yes.
Batman. It's the same Batman with the cape, smaller than
Yes.
Superman.
Yes. And that book was by Chris Canwell.
Yeah, we love Plastic Man.
Oh, we loved this book.
Yeah, I think
There's your Superman.
Superman is a bit smaller, maybe, but yeah.
He's a
That
little
Wonder Woman
less.
over there.
But
And then a Wonder Woman.
I have to say, I don't mean to spoil it for the people that haven't read Ice Cream Man entirely, but the first time I draw them was in Ice Cream Man 17, which was the All-Star Superman homage.
Okay. So you snuck them in.
Yes. In fact, I saw, speaking of comments, of bad comments online, I saw somebody saying, okay, these guys did like a really bad take on All-Star Superman, and that's why they got like a Superman book. Am I right? And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, we did. For a moment, I completely forgot, but yeah, we drew the Fortress of Solitude, Lois Lane, Superman, Batman in the end. So yeah.
Yeah, well, you know what? You got a Superman miniseries, and that jerk, he's just got bad comments.
Yeah,
Let him leave it.
I never mind, but it's fun. But he was right, in a way.
Do you ever do digital art, or is it just you just do
No, not at all. I
practical?
Yes.
I like to hear that.
I do too. I do, because it means that there's art out there of yours that people can get. Digital artists,
Yes.
can't get their art.
I was going to ask
Yes.
you where's the cover to Ice Cream Man 1 now? That's such an iconic book. Do you know where they cover that?
Oh, I think somebody on. I'm not sure if you know Comic Art Fans, the site. It's a website. People that collectors show their portfolios.
Oh,
So I think somebody there has Ice Cream Man 1 cover.
Yeah, that's the iconic. That's the
Yeah,
cover.
but that's all really cheap at the time. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
That one.
Yeah, sometimes not everything is in there, but yeah, what I feel like is we're always so connected with screens, the phone, the computer, and all. So I love to work on a paper and like you use erasers, use a pencil.
Mhm.
It's like I know it's more. I don't want to say easy, but it's more like useful to do it digitally because you can move things around, and it's better in a way. It's easier, but I like working on paper, and in fact, when I repeat like a background, I like lightbox it on the paper, and it's crazy because it takes much time.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's like the way I do it.
I think it's great. I love that people are still doing, pencil and paper. So Frank Lloyd Wrong, why isn't there any art on your wall? He just said he moved. Look, the rest of the chat listened, John.
because I got a new house recently. So if you look around, there's like boxes,
You
car
got
boxes.
piles by you.
I have like this inside car boxes around me instead of like a shelf.
Oh.
So yeah, I gotta put some shelves and hang
When
some.
you get set up again, you let us know. You can come back on and you can show everything off.
Show all the stuff.
Open
Yeah.
invite.
I think the only thing I have
You're like MTV Cribs.
like the only thing I have framed done by me is Great Pacific issue 3 cover. It's the only thing that I have it like in the living room, but it's like put our some furniture because we didn't hang anything on the walls yet. But yeah, there will be something behind me. Don't worry. Next time I will like with a landscape with a mountain. Like when you do like a,
There you go.
Yeah, yeah, like the green screen. Eric, did you have any other questions?
Yeah, Martin, so you've done a little bit of different genres. What genre do you prefer personally? Do you like doing superheroes over horror, or is there like another genre you like to play in type of thing?
I'm not sure. I always loved sci-fi,
Okay.
but I didn't do much. There's a book I'm working on with Darren Aronofsky, the filmmaker, that it's called Human Nature. It's supposed to come out next year, but I'm not sure the dates. It's a really large book, but it's sci-fi, and it's great, and I felt great doing it. And I've been like I was born in '77, so I'm like a Star Wars fan because the time I was born, I guess.
Yeah.
But
In your blood.
I enjoyed issue 12 of Ice Cream Man very much, which was the space story. But I'm not sure. I'd like to do like just sci-fi or just horror, and I think what amuses me and it's really great to me about Ice Cream Man is every time it's a different story, and we can do whatever we want. It's
kind of explore it a little bit.
Yeah, it's mainly what W. Maxwell comes up with, which is great. Most of the time, it's like usual guys doing crazy things and sad things happening to them, but it is right everyday life with totally fucked up stuff happening to the character. But sometimes, like I don't know, I'm not sure you read issue. I can't remember 37. I think it's the Figgly Bumps story.
Okay.
Yes. So it's sometimes we get to do like crazy stuff together. So it's to me.
It sounds like it's a lot of fun that you get to play in different things. Always, it's not always the same thing, and that's exciting that you can
every time. And I gotta tell you, I'm drawing like magic cards right now, so it's crazy.
What, you're drawing magic cards?
No. The next issue of Ice Cream Man is gonna be a deck of cards.
A
real, like in a little box, a real deck of cards. Have you not seen that? It's called the Mortal Coil Shuffle, and it's gonna be a deck of cards. Yeah.
Wow,
cool.
I'm drawing those right now, so it's crazy. Ice Cream Man
stuff like that is very innovative for the comic industry, because you get used to seeing, the same formula, and like stuff like that. Just it blows your mind, and it's got to be fun to do that stuff.
And a really good friend of us, mainly of W. Maxwell, or a good friend of me, Dennis Camp, the writer, he said, what is awesome about Ice Cream Man is you've created like a motor to create stories, whatever you want to tell, and in the way you want to tell it. So it's in that way I feel Ice Cream Man. It's really awesome. It's
yeah.
Of course, you are friends with the writer of Absolute Martian Manhunter, which is another like totally crazy, out there, tripped out book in terms of story and art.
He's so awesome. He's awesome. Dennis is
so awesome.
And I was like thrilled because I found out he lived in Buenos Aires for a year or so. So when he sees me, we talk like in the people in Buenos Aires speak, so it's so great. We have fun with that.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's really. I've become a huge fan of his. Yeah.
How did HaHa come about, and will we see any more of that?
More of what? I'm sorry.
HaHa.
HaHa. Oh, that's That's awesome. Yeah, yeah. I had so much fun doing that issue 6 of Haha. Yeah,
Yeah. You
but
think
yeah,
you'll bring it back?
I don't think so. I think W. Maxwell finished it there, and I'm not sure he wants to bring something back. You know, he did the same with the Swan songs,
Mhm.
and so we have those like 2 extra issues of Ice Cream Man that belong to other comics,
Hmm.
but not sure. I think he's working on something else, but I'm not sure. You have to have him on the show to ask him. But
I mean,
Okay,
yeah. I got
I,
two more questions and I'm done.
go for it, Dope. Go
Go,
for it.
go.
We were talking about how you've got the wildest signature in all the comics. How did that come about?
Yes.
well, I had another signature, and at one point, I don't know, I come up with that one, which is 2 M's right together. But one year, the first time I was in New York Comic Con, I was with my wife, and I was with Comic Con Art, the guy that sells my original art, and we were like a group of artists. So by the end of the show, all of the people have left, and we were like collecting our stuff, and the tables were empty and all. And they made like a contest. Everybody was gonna do my signature, and my wife had to pick the one I did. She didn't. So what I always say that is awesome. It's anybody can do it. It's you know.
It blends in with some of the covers sometimes, and I can't find the signature
Yeah.
because it looks like just some kind of background.
Yeah,
It-
yeah.
I mean, and when it goes up instead of across, it almost looks like a little zipper.
Yeah. When there is like grass or like on the Kryptonite Spectrum issue 3, I think I made it with grass below the hammocks.
Ah,
The hammocks, no, how you call it? The on the
That's
swings, right? I think it's below there somewhere, like made with grass. But yeah.
It seems like on Ice Cream Man 1, you always go like right against his sleeve on all of them. So it's like. Then the other
Yeah.
question I was wondering is, do you do commissions?
Yes, I do. Yes. In fact, I think tomorrow or the day after, Comic Con Art is going to announce pre-show commissions for this year's
New York.
anniversary. But I do commissions all the time, so I'm. Sometimes it takes me really long to do them because I'm really busy always. But yeah, I do all the time.
So should if someone wanted a commission, you know, any of us,
Yes.
would we go to Comic-Con Art? Is that how you would
Yes.
get in
To go
contact
there,
with
we
you?
have like a page with original art, and then another with commissions that you can see like samples of the commissions I did.
Very
And
cool.
and then you have to talk with Kurt, the guy at Comic Con Art, my friend at Comic Con Art, and you have to arrange with him.
I like this comment from Cali Comics. Mobius did MM signatures too. How cool is that?
Mobius did like Mobius, or he did
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
a
I thought
J,
yeah.
J and a G, but yeah, he did Moev sometimes, but not MM.
And I'm sorry, this is the best idea ever. So I don't know if Adam's still in the chat, but Up and Adam Comics, he is a community artist here on YouTube. He has a YouTube channel too, and he does like recreations of YouTubers' favorite covers with
Dope.
them inside. So Dope's getting his. I want to show mine real quick too. So the idea here, so mine is a Dazzler homage.
Yes, I know that cover. Yes.
And I am Dazzler. And instead of Dazzler, it says Hall, yeah. And then it's got my favorite characters in the disco bubbles. We've got Lois Lane, Amethyst Princess of Gemworld, the Ferret, and Alf.
Alf is
So-
killing. Yeah.
Yeah, love this, right? Well, you talked about action figures. I got my Alf handy at all times.
That's awesome.
So then Dope also got an Up and Adam cover that is
My
amazing.
favorite character is the Hulk, so I've got me as the Hulk, and
that
then
is awesome.
then back here I've got the Orb and 8 Ball and Hawkeye, and over here we've got Ghost Rider. So yeah,
That's awesome. Yeah.
It's so
Oh.
cool.
Love it. Yeah.
So, Matt's idea is that we do Ice Cream Man 1, but Martin is the Ice Cream Man, and then the FOMO squad and chat members get to be the faces in the crowd.
Come on, Adam.
Adam, if Adam wants to do this, I will 100% send it to. I will pay to send that to
Okay.
Martin in Argentina. I will pay the shipping, as long as I get a high res picture of the final product.
And I gotta say this, and next time you'll see it hanging in the back there.
That would be awesome.
Oh, okay. Adam, if you're still in the chat, we got to make this happen. How much money is it going to take? I have some.
This is awesome. Yeah, of course. Let's do
I
it.
would absolutely. I think that could be so cool. So yeah, Matt, great idea. I don't see Adam in the chat, so send him a message and tell him he's doing this. We're making this happen. Not only is he going to do art now for YouTubers, he's going to start doing art for artists.
Awesome. Yeah, of course. I love it. Yeah.
And you know what? This is the perfect time to talk about this real quick. Please forgive me, Martin, but this is a Kickstarter a friend of ours is doing for the Damsels of Halloween and Horror. It is already funded. So now they're going for stretch goals. And Eric is one of the artists who is featured in this. So this is got a lot of community artists. A friend of mine, Josh, Faceless Cow is how he posts. But I think this is going to be the cover. And then there's some of the art in here
for it too.
So, oh, that was a little naughty. I'm glad for the skulls on this one. So, you guys are doing. Brian is doing this. There's Adams right there.
There's Adams right there. Yeah.
Yeah. The homage to, I can't remember the name of that actual book. Dope. You know what? I'm sure.
Chamber of Chills.
Yes. There we go. So, yeah, if you just go to Kickstarter and search Damsels of Horror, this pops up. I was going to back it, but it got funded on day one. So now I'm going to get it. And I liked Adam's, Eric, your idea too, to grab like 2 copies or something, do some giveaways.
Yeah, he's got a bundle, like
a
store bundle deal where you can get like 5 and 5, 5 of one cover, 5 of another. And it's
that's cool.
Very affordable, I think, too.
Can we show Martin one more piece of artwork before he leaves?
Heck yeah.
Let's show him some of Eric's artwork. So this is Eric.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's Eric up there.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah, this is 2 of my favorite characters, and he drew these 2 together for me.
That's awesome.
So
it's great. Yeah.
What is it, Eric? Give us the play-by-play. Watercolors. What is it?
So it's watercolor with pen and ink over it, and I usually do like kind of a cross-hatching detail type of, like you, Martin. Jim Lee was kind of an influence for me, so that you can kind of see some of that there. But
do you use like a regular pen or like
regular pen and ink?
Pen. Oh, okay, that's awesome. Yeah.
And then
and he's made some really good videos.
Always torn in between fine art and illustration art. So I found a happy medium in there. And I love watercolor for its fluidness that it has. So
of course, yes. That's awesome. That's great.
I love the motion in that one. Like when you gave that to him at Heroes Con, I was laughing so hard. It's so good. He's twirling a damn pool cue. It's a great piece. And then I was gifted this one because I can never have enough Dazzler art.
Yeah. Yes, I see.
And again, man, it's that motion.
It's awesome.
I love the way the musical notes move. I love that she has the springy cord on her headphones. I love that so much. School. Yeah, it's so good.
We're trying to get Eric to draw more. He's a mailman and he quit drawing.
Oh,
yeah. I was one of those ones that would show the portfolios and they said, yeah, you think you need to do something else.
No.
So, yeah.
If you saw Maria Wolf in our intro there, she's another artist that we got to meet at Heroes Con, who was just very cool and super encouraging to Eric, because he has good chops and should draw more.
You guys are making me blush. Stop.
Well, you know what? We're going to bring every artist we can on and then brag about you.
Okay.
That's great.
And Martin, I want to say this was a random buy. I got this, while digging for books.
Yes.
And everybody had said, read Ice Cream Man. And I hadn't. So I picked this one up. I think this is my favorite issue because my whole thing is body horror and body transformations. And this is like, the story of metamorphosis from Kafka is a person turning into a cockroach. And this is the opposite of that. It's a cockroach that becomes a human.
And doesn't want to.
And doesn't really like it. Things aren't great. Like, his name is Greg, but it was panels like this where he is like half cockroach, half man. It's so gross, but so good. Like, you get to draw. Here's the one though. Look at the legs, the human legs coming out of that cockroach body.
It's awesome. And the cockroach doesn't like him because he's turning into something else. So they stay away.
That was kind of sad. Like, he had this little cockroach family. He's like, we are all family. We good. And then when he's a human, they're like, oh, you stink. You bad. Go away.
And in that issue, you can see that the Ice Cream Man team in its whole, we can be some bad guys, because I remember on issue you said it earlier, issue 14, the one of the crosswords.
Yep.
Yeah.
Some people said like, hey, this issue ends up well. The couple is like, they're fine, like it's so weird for Ice Cream Man. And then at the beginning of that issue, they're walking on the sidewalk and the guy has a stroke. And they're the couple of the issue 14. So yeah, we don't leave anybody okay,
Oh, Eric, you have an art brute.
I thought I had one in a pile, and wouldn't you know it, I grabbed the pile right at this right spot.
That's awesome. Yeah.
There it is.
That's awesome.
I mean, look at that.
Yes.
There's so much to look at and take in. That's what I love about stuff like this.
Yes.
Yeah, that book is awesome.
So, Martin, how long would a cover like this take you to get penciled and inked? Because there is so much detail in that, and you're drawing are you drawing on the large size, 14 by 17?
No, it's 11 by 17, yeah.
11 by 17.
Yes. That would take me like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 hours or so.
Okay, wow.
Yes.
That sounds fast to me.
Yeah, well, yeah. I used to work on Great Pacific. I don't know if you've seen it, but I drew like all the garbage on the garbage patch. Like all the garbage, little garbage, and yeah, it's like, I don't know. Yeah, it takes time. I'd rather that than doing buildings, which you'll see in the next issue of Superman, the next Spectrum. I don't want to spoil you, but yeah, it happens in Metropolis. So yeah.
I'm so excited.
I wish more pages were happening in the Fortress of Solitude. Like.
Hey, Chonko. I'm repping. And yeah, if you guys haven't liked this, what's wrong with you? Martin is like so nice. Joined us from halfway across the world, but you're only an hour ahead. So are you on Atlantic time? Is that what it's called? 8?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
GMT -3 or something like that, I think.
Okay.
I know we're like, if you like do a line between New York and to the bottom, we're like a little bit to the east.
Okay.
But yeah, in fact, that there's like some law here, like that's gonna change soon or something like that to
This is a weird question that's gonna have nothing to do with anything other than where you live. So on the Instagram post that I did for our stream today, I used the music of this band Pacifica, who is a group from Argentina that I've been listening to for years. They started it started as just one girl on YouTube with a guitar covering songs by The Strokes, and now she makes music with another girl who plays bass. They have an album out, but I didn't know if you'd like. I've like I said, I've watched them for years as just like, people on YouTube, but I've always wondered, like, because now that she's recording real music, is she known down there at all?
Not
Not by Martin.
Sweet.
if
No, that's great because that
you
means
want
I'm
to,
still,
I can
I'm
ask.
still underground.
I have 3 daughters, but the older one is 20, the other one is 17, and the younger one is 5. But I can ask my older daughters.
Younger generation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably they care about
Well,
her, but yeah,
I,
not
I
me.
do love that I still get indie rock cred even in South America. Still nobody's even down there. No one's listening to the music I'm listening to, and it's from there. Oh, look. Bell says Pacifica's cool. I just
There you
discovered
go.
them. Well, you know what?
Oh,
I
that's
heard of
great,
them a long time ago. I have that album on vinyl. Martin, the only I mean, I don't have any questions anymore about like work. Really, I just want to know, like, you know, you work in comics. Do you enjoy reading comics, or what are your hobbies outside of work?
I love reading comics. Not reading much right now. I think I'm just reading Absolute Martian Manhunter and Absolute Batman
Okay.
are the only
Yep.
2 I'm reading. Then I usually reread comics a lot too, like Alan Moore's Swamp Thing every
Okay.
year,
Yeah.
for example. Uh, but I'm not reading much right now because um, I'm always so busy with work and
Yeah,
all.
you sound busy a lot.
And the moving here, and there was some work we had to do with the house to move in here. So it's been a really stressful year in which I felt like I didn't have any free time to do anything else. But I used to love going to movies, but I'm not going too much. I went to see Superman, but I'm not going much to the movie theater either.
What
But
did you think of Superman? What's your rating?
I'm not sure about the rating. Uh, I loved it, but I felt like there was some weird stuff happening.
Yeah.
I felt like the ending was really weird, like the earth breaking apart and
Yeah.
stop it. Wait,
Yeah.
wait a minute. How you stop this? How can Superman stop this? And how can Luthor stop this? Like I was like surprised by that a little bit, but yeah, I felt it was great, and it was. I didn't like the robots design, but
Yeah.
Gary? I
yeah,
love Gary.
I didn't like them. Yeah, but
You do have a cool Superman robot design. Like your
yeah, anyway,
no, you do. It's almost like so.
It has a 50s
if-
feel to it.
I was gonna say it's got like this Art Deco-y kind of almost like not as ornate, but it's got that like shape to it. I like your robots. They're
no,
cool.
Thank you very much.
But I like Gary too.
Yeah, but I like the movie. Yeah, I really like the movie. Yeah.
Very cool. Oh, Matt.
Thank you, Matt.
Because comics, thank you, Matt. That's very kind of you. Give you a big thank you here, buddy. Those girls
creepy.
edging away from him. I've seen that so many times in my life. It's
That
really
scene is
traumatic.
so weird.
Oh, that is really funny. Well, anything else anyone wants to ask? I'm going to look real quick. You talked about
Yeah, the
Halloween.
chat took a lot of my questions I had. So
Well, good. 'Cause
hooray for the
they're
chat
smart
tonight.
folks. Here's one that I had for just is there an artist, a writer, is there anything that you feel like is up and coming or underappreciated that people should check out? Something that, you're a creator, so you meet other creators differently than, people who are just buying comics. Sometimes things get overlooked because it's not X-Men, it's not the popular stuff. Is there anything out there that you think, man, go check this guy out, this guy's great?
The last thing that broke completely my brain, that I was like amazed by it was 20th Century Men by Dennis Camp
Okay.
and Stephen Morian. They did like it's completely crazy and it's really awesome.
Hmm.
It came out
I mean,
by
yeah, I'm sold on Dennis Camp.
Image Comics last year or a couple of years ago. I cannot remember, but it was so good, so good, really good.
That one's on my list. 20th Century Man.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, it's awesome.
All right. Well, thank you so much for talking with us. This has been like, I've been looking forward to this like all week. I honestly like reach out to a lot of creators on Instagram and use self-deprecating humor to try to convince them to come on. I'm so glad it worked with you because a lot of people ghost me
Okay.
and I don't blame them.
Well, I'm glad I didn't ghost you. Yeah.
Yeah. I hope you had a good time. And like, seriously, we would love to have you back anytime just to talk about whatever. Definitely to see your artwork when you get things hung up in the back. And we're going to make this art piece happen. We're going to make a YouTube community art piece.
Let me know, yeah.
We're going to get it to you in Argentina.
And I'm gonna get the White Claw in New York. So
Yeah.
yeah, well, I'm gonna send you a picture. Yeah.
So a lot of people are saying good night and thank you. Martin, the last thing we normally do is we look at new books. You're welcome to stick around and take a look at what's coming out tomorrow up here.
Yeah.
Awesome. God, you're so cool. Like he's like, yeah, whatever. I'll look at the dumb crap you guys are gonna buy tomorrow. Let's see what happens.
I drink
right.
many glasses of wine, so
Oh, you're gonna fit in just fine around here, buddy.
No. Not that much.
All right. So for me, I mean, Eric,
You know,
call
all
it
those
out.
absolutes right up on top. I'm getting.
Okay, so you're gonna get Absolute Green Lantern.
Yep. Even though I still don't know what's going on.
I never started this one, and I'm glad. I mean, none of these covers even jump.
Yeah, I've been doing the A covers. That's it.
Yeah.
But
and
Superman, I'm loving that.
I'm gonna have to get the trades of this because this one I didn't jump on, but I was already getting Batman and Wonder Woman and Martian Manhunter.
Yeah, Superman and Wonder Woman were like my two main ones that without doubt I will get.
Jay Lee, I just love Jay Lee's covers.
Yeah, that looks fantastic.
Yeah, that's really good. 1 in 25. I think the A is really good though.
Yeah.
And yeah, Jason Aaron's another writer I really like. Anything in row 2?
What do we got? What's that Superman one?
Yeah, I didn't know what this was either.
Special?
This is from Philip Kennedy Johnson, and it's, I don't know if it's a special or what. It's from the Book of L.
I mean, it's part of their Summer of Superman, so I'm assuming it might be a one shot.
I think it might be. Nothing really jumps.
I think it's a mini series.
Is it maybe?
It's a mini?
Yeah, I think so.
That's cool.
It is cool.
There's no issue number there, right?
It's number 1.
It just says number 1, yeah.
But it doesn't tell us how many. Which I wish it would. I wish they would tell you how many there are. Of course,
it does say next down below it.
Yeah, there's a next, so it's going to go on it. You're right, Martin.
Okay.
It's a mini.
Yeah, so there's number 2. Okay. What do we got?
Nope. Got
this
artificial. Batman. This is a new number 1 from Image. I read the synopsis and I was like, it doesn't sound like it's for me. Clara, a jaded fashion stylist who signs up for an advanced dating service that provides hyper-realistic android partners.
That doesn't sound like for you?
Doesn't sound like for me. There's no centaurs. There's no like body horror. It's just people dating robots, which is where we're heading as a society. Yeah, that's probably not one I'll grab.
I mean, are you getting that new Batman that's coming out?
Hell yes, I'm getting the new Batman that's coming out.
You know what?
Am I stupid? I'm probably gonna buy it. I was thinking about buying 2 blind bags. I was thinking about buying one to open and one to.
Oh, they're doing a blind bag for the Batman?
Yes.
Oh.
So, I mean, I really like Jorge Jimenez's art a lot. I think this is a decent cover. Mike Mayhew. The thing is, when you go through this, there's 50 covers. I'm not clicking through all
Holy
these.
cow.
There's so many store exclusives.
50 covers.
Yeah.
50 covers. It's
Okay.
ridiculous. So if you want to click through those, go for it. But Matt Fraction, I actually like a lot. Dope, he wrote the Hawkeye series that I really liked. I'm going to check it out. I mean, it's a number one. It's a Batman. How can I not
Worth a
get
check
it?
out. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm not going to go crazy on 50 covers, but I did think about buying a blind bag just because it was stupid. And I didn't buy any of the Battle Beast ones.
I didn't either.
Matt Fraction was also on Ice Cream Man issue 43. The ones
He was one of the guest writers.
Yes. He did cheat a little bit because it was one page and he did like a one page of 25 panels. But it was awesome. Yeah, it was one of my favorites.
That's one that I need to get because it's fairly new. It's like not this month's, but last month's, I think.
Yeah.
I need to track that one down.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. We got to talk about Detective Pickle PI. So this is about a detective who is a pickle. And it's by Raymar Brunson, which is the same guy who did Ghost Man. Dope.
Oh,
The artist
okay.
and writer of Ghost Man. So I've been waiting for this one to come out because I think Ghost Man 2 is now available on their website. Although I was having trouble figuring all that out, but I looked, here's their website. So I was going to get Ghost Man, Flesh and Bullets, Detective Pickle, Family Fun, which continues that Golden Age story, and then the first Ghost Man. I was waiting for these two to come out because shipping's kind of expensive. I wanted to make my purchase worth it from their site. Now this is from Image, and this is a number one, and the title alone has me saying, okay.
Is that a zombie cow? That looks like a zombie cow.
It is a zombie cow. It is called Everything Dead and Dying, and it's a farmer milking a zombie cow. And if that doesn't seem like something that these guys would buy, I don't know what is. I mean, here's a guy swinging a bloody shovel. I'm into that too.
Oh my God, he's a zombie.
Zombie.
He ain't worried about getting bit.
No.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah. I mean, I might have to check this out.
Oh, wow.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll be adding that one to the list.
I'm thinking from what I'm seeing, like it's zombies, but they're living with the zombies instead of being afraid of them, which is kind of a cool idea.
Looks like they're putting them to work on the farm.
Right.
Really interesting. Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, listen to okay, here it is. Jack Chandler is the sole survivor of the zombie apocalypse, and he's hunkered down in his rural farming community. But rather than eliminate them, Jack has chosen to continue living alongside the undead.
He's putting them to work.
That's cool. That's different.
Well, hopefully I could find that one. That does sound cool.
It's Image, so hopefully.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God it's not the G.I. Joe I buy. Another Godzilla, Unnatural Disasters. This is like a fairly light week for me, which
it does look light. Not much has been jumping out.
This I Tyrant number 2, I got the first one. I tried to read it. I couldn't follow the story. The art is fantastic, but I couldn't follow the story. So I don't know. The art it's wild. It kind of like Middle Eastern or something is like the feel of it, or like Persian from Frank Miller's 300 or something. I don't know. It's weird. I'm going to have to try to read it again. Maybe not. Maybe I'll have to do that when we haven't been streaming and drinking White Claws all night. I'm not getting. Why are they releasing this the same week they're releasing the new Batman 1? This is the Immortal Legend Batman, the like future Batman. That's not
that money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it. So this is like.
Yeah, I think that's more manga.
Yeah. If you're into anime and manga, it's right up your stream. So
I could see it. Boy, look at all these dirty Barbara Gordon covers. What is happening? Come on, League of Comic Geeks, get a handle on this.
Oh, you
Yell
can
out
get
if you
Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong 2.
Yeah, you can. I'm not getting that. I got burned on the first one.
I
Oh,
had fun
man.
with the first one.
I am so far behind. This is the only Marvel book I still
That's
buy.
coming out already. I feel like I just read it.
I do too. This says number 9. This has to be wrong.
Is it a reprint?
It doesn't say reprint, but number 9's already out.
I don't. Yeah,
Yeah, that's weird.
maybe it's a
That's really weird.
variant cover.
Oh,
Oh,
are you getting Savage Sword?
Yep. It's been a while.
Yeah, I mean, this is a light week, so this is the week I might pick one up. That's cool. That almost looks like, is that a Mike Mignola cover?
That's
That's
what I
what it
was
looks
about to say.
like. Yeah. That's pretty cool, though.
That one's cool.
Very classic.
Poorly. Yeah, it's Mike Mignola.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that one though.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I don't have many other books, I might grab that because these are fun to read. Black
They're
and white,
chunky
great art.
magazines. There's plenty to read there.
Is
Oh, you better put that
happening
up for K Munin.
Which one? Oh yeah. So K Munin, if you're still here, we got oh, and Mark's issues with Archie. I missed a Sabrina. So K Munin, if you're still here, here's your Sonic fix, buddy. And then Mark.
Oh, there it is.
Sorry, didn't mean to pass her up. We got Sabrina.
Huh. Oh,
I
is it
like
a
that
reprint or is that just
That's I think this is just a homage type cover.
Okay,
so
yeah,
that's a Dan
that's what I
DeCarlo.
thought.
That one
That's cool.
gives me feelings. Oh, now they're getting weird. Now they're small.
I like that cover.
Yeah, I like the A. Most of the time I go with the A.
There it is.
Yeah, I'll get there in a minute because first, what is going Skin Police 2? I don't feel like I got to finish the first one unless it ended on a cliffhanger. This was a really, really good book. Like interesting art, reminded me of Jeff Darrow a little bit. The interior art, it's about cloning. And people who get cloned go crazy and start like, zombie eating people at some point. And so the Skin Police go find the clones. But I felt like it just stopped. So maybe that's why there's a volume 2. Okay. Written by Christopher Cantwell, Martin.
Okay.
This is Red Shirts. So this is number 2. I think this cover's fantastic.
Yes,
Like,
it's fantastic. Yeah.
I mean, why would I not get this? The other one, this is cool too, though. So this, I do like this. Like
It has like a Dell feel to me, or a Gold Key.
Yeah, definitely Dell. Like a faded cover.
Yeah. And I love the walking in the sunset. I love the Maguto, or I can't remember how to pronounce them, but I got a toy right off here to the side of one because that's the kind of nerd I am. I'm ready to go. Okay, that's pretty cool. I can't see myself buying 2 covers, but that is pretty cool. This one does nothing for me. It's just like an enlistment poster. This
I'll
one's
pick one.
this is
Yeah.
this is
one.
the one.
Yeah.
Gotta get that one. And then dang it, they might have me. I might have to get this Star Trek Voyager. Voyager was a good Trek. I mean, a David Nakayama 7 of 9.
Is that what that is? Wow, that's very different for him.
Mm-hmm. He's also done a sexy Janeway.
Janeway there,
and then a photo cover of Kate Mulgrew. That's hilarious. Yeah, so the Strange New Worlds, the new one was pretty good. I might check this one out. But again, like I always see Star Trek in the dollar bins.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still getting Turtles. So Turtles 11.
I like that cover.
I do too. They're going to jail. Ooh, Kevin Eastman. I like that one.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
And Juan is awesome too. He's a friend. So
Juan is?
Yes.
I love his art on this series.
Yeah.
Jason Aaron's writing and his art has been the way he has a differentiation on the Turtles that other people don't necessarily do. They always draw them so similar. His Donatello's like emaciated and crazy, and I love it. Yeah, this is a good book. I don't know. I've been getting the A cover.
Oh, what's that?
In case you didn't know,
Who's
Casey
that?
Jones is in a coma because the Foot Clan beat him up. And who's going to take over? His wife,
I
April
was
O'Neil.
wondering. I saw the yellow coat. I was like,
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So,
boy, there's a lot of covers.
a lot of covers. This normally doesn't have that many. I'll probably go for the A because I really like it. Ooh, I don't want to. If anyone likes it, that's fine. I got the first issue of this book. If you like, what is that novel series about the city magician, Jim something? They had a TV series too for a while. Kind of had that feel like doing magic in the modern world. But this one, the setting is
I know what
Texas.
you're talking about.
It's fine. It wasn't my thing. I won't get issue 2. I still wish this was better. It's the best title I've ever heard. Tramps of the Apocalypse. I mean, that's great. Alice Darrow, Jeff Darrow's daughter. The art just wasn't my thing. I even flipped through issue 2 on a light week and was like, I just can't. If I see it for cheap, I'll grab it. If I see it on a discount bin.
My Uncanny X-Men.
All right, we can show that. Oh, that's a nice Wolverine cover.
I love that cover.
That's cool.
That's the new protege for Wolverine right there. So,
but why does he have a Moon Knight crescent?
I don't remember what that has to do because his name is Ransom. I think is what his code name is.
He's from Buenos Aires, if I'm not wrong, right? The character, I mean.
I think so, yeah. Oh, I don't know how I feel about that. That's old school Rogue.
Exactly. Like this is so Alex Ross, they're like, you can draw the characters, any character, you can draw them however you want. And he chose the Blanche Dubois from Golden
I was gonna
Girls.
say it kind of looks like something my aunt had in the 80s, you know. I don't know.
You're like,
I'm conflicted.
I can't, this isn't erotic at all. Too cute. No. I love that cover. That's cool.
The A covers. Fine for me.
Yeah. That's cool. This Under the Floorboards looked interesting, but it never showed up. Like I've never seen this at my shop. And the first one of this, I think, was the one that had the Simon Bisley cover that we saw. It was really, I mean, this looks cool, but
yeah.
I've never heard of Berserker Comics, and I never saw this at my shop. I'm not sure how to find it.
Well,
I think that's it. Yeah, boy, what
see that?
What a light week.
Yeah, it looks very. Yeah, I guess I might be under 10 books, maybe.
I was gonna say I'll be at like 3 or 4.
I don't know. You were pulling up a lot that you're like, maybe, this looks.
Yeah, we'll see. You know what? Tomorrow there will be a YouTube short. Let's see how many books show up in it.
I mean, I'm predicting Dope might have one again.
Yeah.
Red shirts and maybe the Farmer Zombie book. That's about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's, I mean, seriously, that's what I'm thinking. Like those 2 and maybe Savage Sword of Conan. Turtles. Turtles will be in my pull box. And I did. So that hasn't released yet, right? Eric, you get the Laura Kinney Wolverine. The Dazzler cover is going to be on.
No, it hasn't come out
I haven't
yet.
seen that
think
yet.
It is this month. I think it's towards the end of the month.
I mean,
because I think the last
I'll be buying
just
that.
Came out like 2 weeks ago. So,
a new book called Junk World, $15 for 24 pages. That is a hard no.
Some all card stock.
Yeah, I'm a public school teacher, man. We don't have that kind of money. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and close this out. Martin, if you'll hang out for just a minute after we say goodbye. But everybody in the chat, thank you guys so much for being here, hanging out with us on a Tuesday night. Anybody got anything coming up that they want to talk about? Eric, you just did your Sunday show, and I missed it.
Show was
I'm going to watch the replay.
And it was probably one of my longest live streams. We just kept going. We had a lot of fun, and I had some really good guests. And then this coming Sunday, I'm on. I have comic issues. You were on,
yes,
Mark.
I was on there.
That's going to be Sunday live with him on his channel. So Other than that, I think that maybe a Council of X, I think next Friday.
Okay.
So I think that's it for recent.
And I'm dropping a
Nope,
couple
how about
videos.
you?
I'm going to drop a couple videos, and I got to go on Matt Likes Comics channel next Tuesday, right before we come out here into the FOMO squad.
Oh man, you're marathoning it.
You're going all night.
Yeah, back to back.
Matt's awesome. You're gonna have fun.
If he drinks White Claws the whole night, he's gonna be smashed by the time he comes on with us.
By the time he gets to us, we're in trouble. We're in big trouble. He's gonna show up with his shirt off. Oh, that's too good. So this has been great. We got a chance to talk with an amazing creator and artist. Martin, thank you for being here. We hope you'll come back and talk to us, in the future. Anytime, we would love to hang out with you. Chat, thank you for being here. Subscribe to everybody. Follow Martin on Instagram and go buy some of his art. And if you're going to be at the New York City Comic-Con, go find him in Artist Alley because he's going to be there. I wish I was going so I could go say hey. And that's it. Yes, go get Superman. The next issue of Superman comes out not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday. And go pick up look at Eric. Eric's a super fan. He's got all the books. Why aren't you more like Eric?
That's awesome.
You're back here.
Thank you very much, Eric.
All right. We will see you all next time. We'll see you next Tuesday, if not before. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you so much.
Have a great night.